Why can I never remember how to share my screen? Why is this always an issue? I feel like it's an issue every time. Okay. Here we go. Okay, guys, so we are going to chat about all things Monat. You're going to hear a little one in the background. Just welcome to how we do this business. That's just how it works, right? So first off, though, before we jump into this business and what all it's all about, I just want to kind of show you who all you're going to be hearing from tonight. So you're going to hear a little bit about my personal story. I'll go into detail about who I am. You're going to be hearing from my sweet friends Mariah and Marissa as well. They are both mamas. So this call is going to be all about the mamas tonight. So a little bit about my story. For anybody who doesn't know who I am, hi, nice to meet you. I'm glad that you're here. My name is Emily Leslie. I have been with Monat since January of 2018. So we're coming up on almost 3 years now, which is insane. I am currently a market mentor with the company, which I know that has, like, you have absolutely no idea what that means, and that's totally okay. Basically, it's just a couple of steps over in the middle of the compensation plan, if that makes sense. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 kiddos under 3. In fact, my youngest just turned 1 year old yesterday. And so my mom heart's like still healing a little bit inside. He's my only little boy, and it's just like, oh, there's just something about little boys, by the way. I don't know for any of you moms out there, like, I don't know what it is about them that they just like, oh, he has my heart. My other 2, they're identical twin girls. And they're insane and they're absolutely beautiful and I love them too. But you know, it's just something about those little boys. So whenever I came across this business, it was not like I woke up one day and was like, I'm going to join network marketing. Like that was not it at all. At the time, I was a full-time college student in my senior year at good old Tarleton State University. If any of you guys know where that is, it's kind of a smaller Texas school. I was working 40 hours a week and married to my husband, who was also working 40 hours a week. We were actually both working at the same place. And it was kind of a little bit more of like a labor intensive job, you could say. I was on my feet a lot and moving boxes and stuff. I worked basically what's called the back house for a t-shirt company. So I made all the product, packaged all of it, shipped it off to people. And it was not really fun. It was kind of like a sweatshop pretty much. Super labor intensive and just not ideal. So I would go back and forth between that job and classes, and my husband would do the same. He would go in at like 5 a.m. just to be able to hit his 40 hours every week and stay until like 5 or 6 at night between classes. It was crazy. So during that time that we're both going to school and, you know, we're working like crazy, I found out I was pregnant with twins. So, I mean, as if finding out that you're pregnant already when you're not trying is like not terrifying enough. Of course, you know, God's like, here, let me just throw one more little babe at you. So found out we were pregnant with twins, and we were not at all ready for it. Not at all. So throughout my entire pregnancy, we worked really, really hard to try and like build up a savings account so we could, you know, take care of our babies and, you know, have that extra money to spend, you know, because babies aren't cheap, or at least that's what everybody kept on telling me. So I was like, okay, we need to save money. Well, you know, the girls were due in April and it got up to be like December and we didn't have a savings account at all. We weren't able to save anything. In fact, our rent in the little podunk town that we were living in was $800 a month and we could barely afford that. It was rough. So we were struggling with that, struggling keeping up with bills. And then on top of all of that, I don't know why we decided to do this, but we decided that we needed to upgrade to a mom car. We wanted a car that was going to better fit our growing family. So we got a brand new car. Well, the car itself wasn't brand new. It was brand new to us. It was a used car. But I mean, we didn't have a car payment before that. So we bought a car, got a car payment. And then within the first like 3 or 4 months of having that car, we almost got it repoed because we couldn't keep up with any of our bills. So like, things were not good for us. We were not in a good spot. On top of all of that, you hear people say all the time that like pregnancy hair is the best hair and your skin is glowing. And look, I don't know if it's because I was pregnant with twin girls or what, but like that was not it for me. That was not my story. My hair even before pregnancy, honestly, was not really all that great. my hair has always been really good at like growing. It's always been thick, but like it never maintained a color. The ends always looked like they needed to be chopped off. Like it just was not good. And then my skin, oh, I had so much acne scarring along my cheekbones because I was just like hormonal breakouts were just horrendous. So it wasn't good. And pregnancy definitely didn't help that. So, you know, all of these things kind of added up to whenever one day I was seeing some, you know, a friend of mine posting on her Instagram about this weird shampoo stuff. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever, I'm interested. I didn't reach out to her or anything like that. And then one day she posted, I just paid off $26,000 in student loans. And I was like, hey, like I'm a student. I have student loans and I need money. So, you know, from then I just reached out to her, talked to her, and then you know, that was in December. And then in January, I hopped on and signed up, and I had to wait until January because if you guys know anything about being a student, whenever you take out student loans, you can take out a little bit extra and get a refund back. Well, that was what I did every year. That was always the money that I would spend on like my groceries and my rent if I was able to and stuff like that. And so I used a portion of that money. That was the only certain money that I had coming in. So, you know, that's what I used to buy my product pack. And, you know, now I've been here for almost 3 years. And it was, like I said, it wasn't like I woke up one day and was like, I'm going to start a network marketing business. Guys, the last thing I wanted was to be that mom that has to join a network marketing company. Like, it's just like the typical like mom thing. And I didn't want to be that person, you know. I had best friends who joined network marketing companies in the past, and they went into debt over it, and they just failed miserably. Like, and it was not good. And it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And that wasn't what I wanted for myself. So like, I was already really skeptical in the first place, but we were honestly at the point where I just like, we needed something, absolutely just needed something. So, you know, in my 3 years of being with the company now, I've been able to cover, I cover our mortgage right now. I cover all of our household bills. I cover our car payment. So, which is really interesting because, you know, I joined this business for a car payment, and it's like, that's literally everything that I cover now, and groceries on top of all of that. So like, I'm covering all of our household bills just fine by ourselves. The company actually offers trips. I have qualified for 5, working on qualifying for my 6th trip right now. And it's also helped me have the home birth of my son, which if you guys know anything about home birth or anything, it ain't cheap. So I was able to fully pay for that thanks to this company and the money I've made through this company. So that's a little bit about my story and what all I have been through. Let's talk a little bit about what this company is. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk about myself. So what the heck is this company that like we don't shut up about, right? So the name is Monat. It stands for Modern Nature. It's just the 2 words put together. We offer naturally based anti-aging hair and skincare lines. And then we also recently, this past September, just came out with a brand new wellness line. So we mix botanicals and nature with modern technology. We are US based, actually out of Miami, Florida. That's where our research and development, all of our warehouse, all of our shipping, everything is from Miami, Florida. So we are available in the US, obviously, but we're also available in Canada, UK, Ireland, and Poland. And Ireland and Poland are 2 brand new ones. But in our name, our full name is Monat Global. So the goal is to eventually go worldwide. So you can expect to see a lot more expansions coming soon. The company itself is family owned. It's owned by the Urdaneta family. They are like the sweetest, most generous like people on the planet. If you ever get the chance to run into them and talk to them at all, like you'll just feel like you're part of the family, which I absolutely love that about this company. We are a company that is rooted in gratitude and faith. In fact, we actually have a separate division of our company that's specifically for gratitude efforts. Every single time that we do an event somewhere, we do some sort of a gratitude effort there. So we'll give back to that community no matter where we're at. We were also a $1.5 billion company in less than 6 years. That's insane. Especially considering it took Apple like 8 years to hit $1 billion. We have over 1.2 million VIP customers. with a less than 1% return rate. So people are really loving their hair and skin. We are the leader in anti-aging hair care. That's not just me pulling that out of my butt. That is a real thing. You can ask Siri. We are also number 12 in skincare. Our skincare has only been out for just over a year, which is insane. And then whenever our wellness came out, although it's brand new, I don't have any like recent numbers for that. It's about where we're at like on the leaderboards, but we sold $10 million worth of product within 24 hours. So how in the world can you get your hands on these products? How can you try them out? Well, I'll tell you, there are 3. Oh wait, this month Monate Gratitude will be serving 8,000 people. Yes, I just saw that the other day. I love it. See, there's something new every month that they're doing. Usually multiple efforts per month. And then there's also different gratitude ambassadors within the company that have their own gratitude efforts, which is awesome. So how do you try the actual products themselves, get involved, anything like that? Okay, so there's 3 different ways. Number 1, there's retail customers. Retail customers, they don't have any perks, but you do get the best hair care, skin care, wellness products, whatever, delivered straight to your door. It'll be shipped right to you. The next option is signing up as a VIP customer. VIP customers get, just in summary, there's more than this, but in summary, they get 15% discount off of all of the products all the time. They have access to flash sales and promotions. They get access to a special birthday coupon during their birthday month. And then they also get free products with qualified orders, and there's a flexible ordering option. So, you know, they get a lot of really good discounts. They get really good hair, good skin, good wellness products, all the things for a good price. And then the last option is signing up as a market partner, which that is what all of us speaking tonight are. So we're going to dive into this a little bit more and kind of talk about the specifics of it. But basically, you're going to be sharing your favorite products for the biggest discount, and you can make money while you're doing it. So a little bit more about what it means to be a market partner. What kind of things do you get, right? So market partners get a 30% discount off of all of the products all the time, with an extra possible 15 to 25% discount with our Purchase Plus program. We also get free shipping and free product on qualified orders. We also get access to all the flash sales all the time. We get a free website. We get free training and mentorship, both from the company and from, you know, hopefully whoever you sign up with, at least on this team, the team that I have created and the team that I'm on. We offer tons of mentorship. There's like different trainings every single night. So if you choose to be on that, so like there is no lack of knowledge on this team, which I love, which brings me to the next point. There's a huge community support. We have created an atmosphere, at least on our team, Freedom Beauty Co., that's the name of my team. We have created this atmosphere, this culture of just like cheering you on all the time. Like, we are your biggest cheerleaders. We are here to support you every step of the way. And it's something that I love being part of. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a few. But another couple perks are we have a compounding bonus structure. There's actually a Smart Start bonus program in your first 3 months that we're going to talk about in a little while. There's travel incentives. Like I told you, I had qualified for 5, almost 6 trips now. And then there's also a car program incentive, which is also something that I'm working on at the moment at the rank that I'm at. So all of these things are attainable. It's kind of wild. So who is this business for? The people wanting to be market partners, right? We are looking for the people who are self-motivated. We are looking for the people who are looking for financial options or freedom. The people that are looking for time freedom. Maybe you just need more time to do the things that you want to do, right? We are wanting people who are looking for supplemental income. Maybe you like already have a main stream of income, or maybe your husband or, you know, your spouse or whoever is like the main breadwinner. Maybe you just want to bring in something a little bit extra to have something that you can offer to the table. Maybe you are wanting to build a brand on social media. Maybe you've been interested in influencer marketing and how that all works. Or maybe you're already on Instagram and you want to diversify how you're monetizing your social media already with different brand deals, right? Maybe you are already a VIP customer who loves the product. This is perfect for you because you're already loving it anyways, and you're probably already sharing it with people. Now you'll get paid for sharing it. We love having current entrepreneurs join the team because you already know how business works. So this is just the perfect addition. You will be able to take this by storm, no doubt. And then those people that are looking to get into entrepreneurship, maybe you've always wanted to start a business, but you didn't have the $200,000 that you need to start a business. Well, this is the perfect way to start your business for less than $1,000. So I'm going to pass it off to my sweet friend Marissa. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about her journey in this business.
Thanks, Em. Hi, you guys. If you don't know me, my name is Marissa. Obviously, you see my whole thing up there. So I joined almost 2 years ago now, which is really wild. And well, yeah, by the end of the month, it'll be 2 years. And honestly, when I first joined, I had 2 jobs at the time. I was not, I wasn't like stressing about money per se, but I didn't have any time with my family. My boyfriend and I worked at the same restaurant, so we pretty much worked on most of the same days. And then his off days and my off days were different. However, my off days weren't even really off days because I had a different job. So I never really got to spend time with him. And I never really got to spend time with our son. It was just really stressful. So I quit one of my jobs. I was like super stressed out. And at the time, like I said, I had both jobs when I started Monat. And so I quit one of my jobs and I decided like, serving wasn't for me anymore. I went 100% into Monat and being a gymnastics coach and a gymnastics manager, however that works. And that ended up being a lot more than I expected to. The gymnastics job actually ended up being way more full-time than I expected. So I actually saw even less of my family when I went full-time at the gym. And after like 6 months, I was like, I'm done. And you obviously don't know me very well, but I am not the type of person to quit a job so quickly. I'm one of those people that like really stuck it out for all the companies that I worked for, and I really like put my all into other companies. And after 6 months, the owner was, he was a great guy, but I was doing so many different jobs and it was insane. And I was like, I'm done. And thank God I had Monat, because I wouldn't have known what I would have done. I would have had to, go back to serving or something. But thank God I had Monat, because I, fell back on that. And I've been running with it ever since, running really hard. And I've been able to spend time with my family. So now I'm at a point where, my boyfriend's still a bartender, but our son doesn't have to go every single day to his grandmother's house. He actually gets to stay home with me. I get to spend more time with him. And thankfully, when Adrian has his off days, we all get to actually spend time as a family. And again, he bartends. So during the day, we get to hang out, and I can work in between whatever is going on and whatever we have planned. So we've more or less created a little bit of time freedom, but I'm always still looking for more. And I'm looking for way more financial freedom. And I'm not there yet, but the opportunity that this company offers you and the things that you can, like the things that you see that you didn't know existed, like someone recently retired their parents. Like, that's mind blowing. And I was like, oh my God, my dad, I'm going to cry. My dad is like the hardest worker. Like, that's something that I would love to do. And so, that's now on my list of things. Oh gosh. But it's just the possibilities are endless. I never in a million years would have like thought of wanting to retire my parents. And it's not that like, my parents never did a lot for me, but it was like, that was never an option. And this business just opens up the opportunities that you, again, didn't even know existed. So that's, again, on my radar. And so I want to throw out there, not a lot of people go and do this, but I encourage you after this call to go onto Instagram and look up #MonatEffect and see what this business has done for other people. Because if it can do it for other people, it can do it for you too. It can do it for me. And everyone starts from the bottom. So I'm still technically at the first rank. This month is going to be a really big month for me, so I'm really excited. But overall, this business has already done so much for me, just being able to spend more time with my family. And it's only going up from here. And so I know at the bottom it says, it was a no-brainer for me to buy a product pack. It really was. When I was presented with this opportunity, well, let's back up just a little bit. When I was presented with this opportunity, it was my cousin Mariah, which you'll be hearing from next. And she had just found out she was pregnant, maybe a few months before. I had just found out she was pregnant, I guess. And for the most part, we didn't talk at the time. This is, again, 2 years ago. And I was skipping through all of her stories, just trying to find her baby bump. Because, again, we weren't really even close. So I was like, it wasn't something where you could be like, hey, can I see a picture of your baby bump? It was like, no, you had to be kind of, this is so weird. You had to be kind of like sneaky about it. Like, I was kind of creepy. I was like, I just really want to see the bump. And she knows all this. We laugh every time. But she presented this opportunity to me. And when I saw her before and afters, I was like mind blown. And so I decided that I wanted the products. And when she said it's $100 to sign up as a VIP or $200 to sign up as a market partner and have the ability to make your money back, that was the no-brainer for me. Is why wouldn't I take that as an opportunity to obviously be able to get the bigger discount and make my money back? So I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, you can go ahead, switch them. Okay, so debunking the business. Basically, one of the biggest things that I've seen, I'm always so mind blown by our company. It's crazy. One of the biggest things that I've seen is that a lot of other companies, whether it's direct sales, network marketing, or like just anything in general, they have requirements. They have so many requirements. You have to purchase a certain amount every month, and you have to this, no, I don't even know how I would describe it because we don't do that. We don't have to, sell a certain amount every month. Other companies, you have to have products on hand that you buy and then sell to make your money back. And that's not how it works at all. Everything, like Emily said, ships straight to your door. And we don't have to, as a market partner, carry any of that. So we don't have to hold inventory. We personally don't have to make our own purchases every month, and we don't have any sales quotas. So we don't have to have like a certain amount of people buy every month. This is totally flexible. It's totally what works for you. Obviously, what's going to be best is if you do have people buying every month, because then you get paid every week, or, have people buying every week and then you get paid every week. And so that's obviously going to be the smartest option to make money, but you don't have to. There's no like penalty. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to be, kicked out of being a market partner or kicked off the team. Like, this is all about you. Personal growth is going to be a big deal. You growing as a person and you being able to share the things that you love. It's very, very simple. And then, like Emily said, you have all the training for free. There's no monthly fees. The only thing is that after you hit a year and from there on out, you pay a $50 fee, an annual fee. So that way you can stay being a market partner and stay getting that discount, which at the end of the day, if you're making money, that's going to be irrelevant. So what do you have to gain? Oh my gosh, this question is such a good question, because at the end of the day, you gain so much from this company. But a big one is obviously the financial impact. So as it says, this year alone, Monat projected to pay out over $500 million in commissions. So commissions on the last slide, we get paid out every single Friday, as long as you obviously make sales every week. And then on the 15th is our bonus month. And that bonus does have a lot to do with like Smart Start, but also there's other random bonuses in our compensation plan it's just so generous. And so we do have one of the best compensation plans to exist in direct sales. Monat actually pays out for every dollar of sales that we get, they pay out 50 cents to people like me and Emily and Mariah, to market partners. So 50% is kind of a lot to be paying out to your representatives. And so it's so generous. And then obviously we do have rank advancement bonuses as well. Those are in time frames, but they're very, very achievable. And obviously financial freedom comes with all that. Time freedom is so important. Like I talked about, I really wanted to be able to stay home with my son and my boyfriend and just be able to do this thing. I'm also someone, I know that, this is still my personal like testimony, but I'm also someone that like, in the winter, if I had to get out of my sweats and my blanket to go serve, like, I was like, oh, no. Like, the amount of days that I was like, I don't want to get up. And it wasn't that I like wasn't willing to work. It was that I wanted to stay in my blanket and my sweats. Like, if I could have been a server in my sweats, I did temporarily work at Buffalo Wild Wings, which I did wear sweats too. So, but if I could be a server in my sweats, like, I was good to go. So that was one of my things. So time freedom is so big. You have the ability to do what you want, when you want, wherever you want. Obviously that changes per person depending on what you have going on in your life, and if you do have a full-time job when you start. But the goal eventually is to, like, at least for me, is to be able to do whatever the hell I want without any restrictions, money or time wise. Oh, and you can work from anywhere. I said that right. Community, I'm gonna try not to get emotional because it's a very big deal, but community is something that you don't know you're missing it until you join. I had no idea I was missing a community like this. I had friends that I thought were my friends. And then when I joined this business, like, you really find out who your friends are. I had some people who really didn't support me, and that just showed like true colors. And this community is just like, everyone is, even if we have disagreements, or like, for example, today is election day. Even if we don't agree on like who we're all voting for, politics, at the end of the day, we're all here to like root each other on and root for each other's success. And so that's really the type of people that like you want to be around. Again, everyone comes from different backgrounds, and we're not all the same. Some of us are moms, most of us here are moms, but there's a lot of other people on our team that aren't moms, and it's totally okay. The idea is just to make sure that we are all here, ready to level up, ready to support people, and hold each other accountable, motivate each other. Obviously you still have to be self-motivated, but at the end of the day, we're just here to I don't know, be friends. I didn't realize I was missing these type of friends until I joined. So don't overlook the community aspect, because it's amazing. Emily's talking to her husband. All right, and I will pass it off to my sweet cousin Mariah. And I do love your baby bump.
All right, can y'all see me, or is my camera turned around? Because I'm not able to tell.
It's turned around.
Definitely turned around, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Can you see me? Okay, hi y'all. So my name's Mariah, and I am trying really hard to distract my son Emmett, because he's supposed to be sleeping, and Cocoa Melon's the only thing that'll keep him calm. My name's Mariah. I have been in the business for 2 years now. So this past September marks my 2-year mark, which is kind of crazy. I am a market builder within the company, and I'm also a full-time mom and a full-time treatment coordinator at a dental office. I work 4 days a week, which is really cool because I was working 5 days a week, but I now get to have that extra day because of money. So really thankful for that, and hoping to wane off more days soon. My story basically is, I started when I was pregnant with him. I was working at the office and pretty much working at an hourly rate that wasn't very good, and my partner Zach, his dad, wasn't as established at his job, so we were basically living like paycheck to paycheck and didn't have like a savings account or like really play money at all. So my friend Amber, who I met in college, started selling money, and I was following her on Instagram, and I saw her hair change and everything, and I was like, man, like, she's killing this, and she's still really new. So we ended up going to lunch together because I hadn't seen her in a while, and money didn't even come up the whole entire time at lunch. And she, because we just had so much to catch up on. I'm sorry, y'all, 1 second. Here. Here. Can you watch this for a second? Thank you. I'm so sorry, y'all. So she whipped out her money card to pay. Nothing came up about money at all during the lunch. she whipped her card out, and I was like, oh, that's that thing that you do. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, now you have to tell me about it. And so she was basically telling me what she does on a day-to-day basis. She basically, you know, sells shampoo and builds her customer base and helps people. And I was like, wow, that sounds really, really easy and kind of fun. And she's like, yeah, if I can do it, you can. So she didn't really have to convince me too much. I ended up becoming a market partner, like at the end of the lunch. I was just like, you know what, like, I'm going to do it and I need your help, but we're going to do this together. So I signed up that day, and my business pretty much took off after that very fast. I needed more than just my office job. I needed a savings account. I needed money for my son. We wanted to start a nursery that I really loved, and we got to do that because of Monat. Nobody, no. And so the coolest part about this business is that I paid off of all of my medical debt, which is crazy because I had accrued quite a bit. So that is like my coolest accomplishment with this business, but I also started a really awesome savings, and I obviously get to live more freely with not having to work at the office 5 days a week and hoping to wane off more of that. So super thankful. Okay, so y'all heard about the community, time freedom, financial freedom. These are all just more perks that come along with the business. So travel is one of the things that comes along when you start your business. There's a minimum of 4 trips to earn every year with the company, where you'll receive free stay and travel, and some trips are all inclusive too. So if you reach a certain tier, when you're qualifying for a trip, you get like your meals paid for and everything. And then you also get to like bring your spouse if you reach like the highest tier, and your spouse gets to come for free and everything's paid for too. So it's awesome that Monat not only lets you do this and lets you travel, but once you get to a certain tier and qualify, you can bring like your loved one or your partner along to enjoy the experience with you, which I think is awesome. Monat spends 50% of their revenue on trips every year, which is kind of mind-blowing because it's like, wow, they really take care of us. And then we have the car program, which Emily was talking a little bit about. I'm sorry. She is in the process of qualifying for her Cadillac right now, which is amazing. Monat has over 1,000 Cadillac drivers on the road in the US in less than 6 years. I don't know what y'all have heard about other direct sales companies, but I know for a fact, because I've done my research, that their Mary Kay, for example, did not have that many Cadillac drivers in 6 years. It took them like well over 6 years to have that many Cadillac drivers. The opportunity to earn the bonus for your car is right in the middle of the comp plan. So that goes to show that they do reward you for your hard work, and you don't have to be a senior executive director or whatever to earn these trips and earn these and earn the car and everything. He's spilling out like all the tools right now, so I'm just watching it all unfold before my eyes. So yeah, they take care of you and you don't have to be at the top. It's the middle of the comp plan and you still get rewarded. So we have something when you enroll for the first 3 months called Smart Start. And Smart Start is basically a period where your bonuses are doubled, which is crazy because they want to make sure that they take care of you and you can see how much money you can make, because there's a lot of money on the table, and kind of just take off from there. You see how much money and you're like, wow, I want to keep working. They really take care of me. So that's basically what the Smart Start program is. For every 4 VIPs, this is just like a quick synopsis of what it is, but for every 4 VIPs enrolled, you get $60. And that's on top of every block you make. So every block is basically, hang in with me here because I know this is like kind of jibber jabberish and a lot, but 1 market partner and 4 VIPs is a block. So you get that block, that $150 plus the $60. Now, if you create 3 blocks, you get $500. So honestly, just to break it down quickly, if y'all created 3 blocks, you would basically earn up to like $2,200. And that includes your Mon Neighborhood bonus and then the 3 block bonuses. And in Smart Start, these bonuses are forever accruing until that Smart Start period is up. So you can keep stacking your bonuses and making all the money depending on how hard you work, because you do have to work hard for it, but the money is there and there's a lot of money to be made, and Smart Start is a great way to take advantage and build your customer base really fast. Come here. Jesus. Okay, so what makes this different? The product is consumable and it works. So everyone washes their hair unless you're bald. But if you're bald, then you're probably wanting hair. And we have growth products too, if you are bald or if your hair is thinning. Our products are consumable, which means we will never be like at a dry market at all because everyone washes their hair. There's never been a better time to join than now. We are in a period of momentum and growth, and it's the perfect time to join. The holidays are right around the corner, and holiday season is so big. We have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the things. Last November, my business completely changed for the better. I hit a rank in the company because last November was shit. And it's notoriously like the biggest month ever for everyone. So if you're wanting to join, now's the time to do it. 7 paydays between now and Christmas. Yes, that's a lot of times to get paid. Every Friday and every 15th of the month is when we get paid. I don't know what other job takes care of you like that.
So fun fact, it's actually 9 paydays.
I'm sorry, I thought I saw 7 in the.
No, I said 7 because if you sign up as a new market partner, you won't get paid this Friday and you won't get a bonus check this month.
Good call.
Leave it to Marissa to be detail oriented.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, that is a little bit about us and a little bit about our company. We would love to answer any questions that you guys have. But I wanted to take a second just to say thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate you spending your election night with us. I know there's crazy things going on right now, so we're going to let you guys get back to watching all the news coverage or drinking all the bottles of wine. I mean, whichever one you're doing. Hopefully you're doing both at the same time because, I get it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Like I said, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to the person who invited you to this call. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great night and we will all talk soon. Bye, guys.